Hello there gang, and welcome to Displaying-Model-Behaviour. Let's dive right on in with the first story of the day, and that is Joyman's American Soul War Hero. Had to double check the name there. What I didn't want to call him was Captain America, because obviously this is not Captain America. I don't know why you keep calling him Captain America. He's clearly not Captain America. He's totally Captain America. But Joyman, they don't care about nothing, man. I think this might be the same company, and I might be wrong, but they could be the ones that are making this Mezco-style Superman that's definitely not Superman. You know what? I don't care. I just want good action figures. Quite frankly, I think Disney have enough money. And it's kind of fun that I'm pretty sure that Joyman is probably based in China, and they're just going like, what are you gonna do? Come over to China and sue us? Obviously not. So they're just going to make this American Soul fighting person, 1/12 scale. I think I might have found my new Captain America. Honestly, this is something I've been looking forward to. Because at the moment, my go-to cap is the Mezco cap. And he's good, but really flawed. Mainly just the fact that his pants ride up to, like, his armpits. I mean, I know he's meant to be about 100 years old, but he shouldn't be wearing his pants that high. And then there's the new Mezco Captain America, which does look good. But he's got those pleather underpants, and I don't trust you, Mezco. You're actually my favorite action figure brand, but I don't trust you. That pleather's gonna peel. But this looks like it's all just cloth goods and stuff. Oh, it looks real nice. And don't worry, I know he's got the skull face, but I think they're doing that just to avoid obvious copyrights. Because you can see in one of the other pictures, he's got two regular human faces. And also, those human faces have an A on the forehead. Because in all the promo pictures here, he's got an H, which again, I think is them just trying to be sneaky little buggers. And it looks like, from the blurred out images, I'm guessing one of those shields might be an energy shield as well. I say I'm guessing. One of the good brothers on the live stream suggested that, but it makes sense. So that would be really cool too. And since he's got two shields, you could give one of them to one of the Marvel Legends caps that doesn't have a complete shield. Amazing. But yeah, we don't have a release date or price yet, but hopefully it'll be some point next year. I don't know, but I'm going to keep my eyes out for him, because this, not Captain America, he might just be the best Captain America.
Let the woman go, or there will be trouble.
Kicking things off with some TV news. I know, we're mixing things up a little bit here, but I wanted to talk about Robocop coming back to the small screen. This is real exciting for me. Robocop will always be my number one favorite. Words are hard, but I'm just a massive Robocop fan. And Amazon Prime is deep in development on a Robocop TV show now. Going to be directed by James Wan, who you would know from The Conjuring and the two Aquaman movies. And that's not a bad pedigree. He's not like an auteur, I don't feel. I would have liked quite a artsy-fartsy kind of Robocop. James Wan is more action, but like you're good. He's a solid hand. Because say what you will about Aquaman, the first one was decent. It was all right. And the second one, I mean, that was just snake bit with all the Amber Heard stuff and the COVID stuff and the DCEU imploding at the time. So that was never gonna, amount to much. But I think having him at the helm, it is a sign of encouragement, is all I can say. We don't know what they're going to do with Robocop. Is it going to be a complete brand new reimagining? I assume it will be. But honestly, I've never seen a Robocop project without Peter Weller that I honestly enjoyed. I think a lot of people, a lot of TV executives always kind of assumed like, it's Robocop. It's just, just put anyone in the suit and it's Robocop. But history has proven it's not. It is Peter Weller that makes Robocop. So it's going to be real interesting to see what they're going to do with this. Considering that we're so far out, I'm guessing it's going to be at least a year before we see this. Probably going into 2026, but already the hype train is real, and choo-choo, I'm jumping on board. Bring me TV Robocop. Cannot wait.
Still think you're the hunter?
Over in video game news now. Oh yeah, I'm mixing things up all over the place. Sony just had their State of Play, and the big reveal for me was the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. We're getting Ghost of Yotei, and oh my goodness, the hype train is still rolling. There are 2 hype trains running parallel. One for Robocop and one for this game. I loved Ghost of Tsushima. So much fun, amazing open world, absolutely beautiful. Now we're getting a new game with a new protagonist, a badass lady samurai. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm so down for this. There have been a lot of quite amusing memes put out recently of Ubisoft being very upset because they're just about to release their samurai Assassin's Creed, and now everyone's like, oh no, we're not interested in that. We want the new Ghost of Tsushima game. I'm so hyped for this. It's going to be a long time before it comes out, but already I'm really excited. Revoltech have shown off full images of their Batman Beyond figure, and again, looks pretty cool. This is not the original regular Batman Beyond. This is the zhuzhed up Rebirth 52. I don't know, I think I'm conflating 2 things there, Rebirth and New 52. I don't know, it's DC. What do you want from me, alright? I'm a Marvel zombie at heart, but I do appreciate a cool looking action figure when I see it, and this is absolutely that. I actually like the extra busy red accents on there, and the translucent wings and blades and stuff as well. That looks really cool too. Make anything translucent and I'm going to mark out for it a little bit, and this is no exception. So if you Batman Beyond fans, Revoltech, they might have a piece that you're interested in. He does look pretty good to me. Heat Boys are doing their extra versions of their mech turtles now. They're all getting the same treatment. They're doing the original ones, and then they're doing either the translucent versions or the bright gold versions. The translucent one, I think, is a Wonderfest exclusive. And then maybe the gold one is as well. I mean, honestly, hand on heart, come on, be honest. Is anyone watching this going, oh, come on, Dave, I want to buy that, and you're not telling me where it is. I already have the regular Donatello, but I need the translucent one. No, you don't. Stop pretending that. But if you are, then how are you affording this? I can't even afford the regular set, let alone variants. I mean, they look super pretty, but that's definitely for the action figure collector who has everything. But you know what? If that is you out there, and you somehow, I don't know, struck oil or bought stock in Apple in the year 1999, God bless you. Go buy all the different turtle variants, because they do look pretty awesome. Mondo are serving up some more turtle power, this time in black and red? White? Black and white and red form? There you go. 3 colours. I managed to rattle them off eventually. Yeah, it's the classic comic book style with the red highlights. They're kind of pretty, kind of fun. I love the turtles that Mondo did originally, and you know, the bright coloured vinyl ones. So these are, again, kind of like the Heat Boys. They're for the turtle collectors who have everything. But if you do, and you really like the look of these, and I do like the look of them, then you can pick them up directly from I'm never going to get that right. From Mondo.com. Oh my goodness, Joy Toy, you are working so hard to push me into 1/18th scale collecting, and it's almost working, because your Ninja Turtles look amazing, Bebop looks fantastic, and now we're getting not only Shredder, but we're getting 2 flavors of Foot Soldier as well. I'm resisting, but man, it's getting tougher. Shredder, I like the look of Shredder. I mean, Shredder's one of those characters. In any iteration of Turtles, he's always going to look badass, just because just the basic design is so wicked. This one, I love the shape of him, but I would have liked a few more colours. I like some more reds and purples in my Shredder, just to make him look a bit more interesting. But still, he does look pretty badass. And then the Foot Soldiers, I love what they've done here, because there's so much more detail and little intricate little bits and pieces going on with them. So if you want to army build them, you can have a big variation in how they all look, and it's going to give some nice variety. Joy Toy, they're killing it. They really are. This line looks so good. I'm glad it's 1/18th, because that kind of keeps them away from my zone of temptation. But oh man, I'm so excited to see more from this. If they do a Krang as well, man, they're tweaking the looks just enough to make it their own. I really love that. Bravo, Yotei. You're kind of crushing it with these. Well, this is just a badass looking statue. I don't have a price for it, but I wanted to show it off because in all its demonic spawn glory, or not spawn. This is called Zapfun, that's the name of the manufacturer, Zapfun Devil Commander, 1/10 scale statue, and it's going to be released around about the second quarter of next year. Again, don't know where you can order it though. I'm going to have my eyes out for that, but just looking at this, I mean, again, I don't know where I would put something like this, because it is pretty demonic looking, but it does look kind of awesome too. That huge, big bat-like wingspan, all the veins in there, the skull-like face. Yeah, that's a wicked looking not spawn. There's a lot of not characters in this episode. Furay Planet, they might as well just pick me up by my ankles and start shaking me to get the money out of my pockets. Because look at this Wang the Blade Master version 2. That's what I'm calling it. It might be called something completely different, but it looks like a zhuzhed up, a roided up version of Blade Master Wang. Look at the armor on this thing. If you thought a samurai tiger wasn't badass enough, they've done this thing now with all the heavy duty booty armor on here. Oh, he looks so cool. Furay Planet, Furay, Xesray, all the rays, man. X-rays, they're just taking all my money, or at least they're trying to. I gotta stay strong, but when they're making figures that look like this, it's hard to resist.
The Corbinite people built their cities in the burning skies from time immemorial.
Diamond Select have shown off a very pretty looking Beta Ray Bill figure. Took me years to realise that he was pronounced Beta Ray, or I think some people are still like, no, it's Beta Ray. I think it's pretty sure it's Beta Ray. To be fair, I used to call him Beta Ray, and I know that definitely wasn't right. But this is a 1/7? Yes, a 1/7 scale statue. $200, showing us Bojack Norseman, the Norse horse, in all of his glory. Diamond Select, they got a good track record with Beta Ray Bill, because their figure is one of my favourite action figures from, 2022? Is that when it came out? Absolutely glorious. Now he's in statue form. You gotta love what you see.
It's time to follow my own path. My name is Kubo.
This came out of nowhere. Quite surprising. Super 7 doing a Kubo from Kubo and the Two Strings. If you haven't seen this movie, highly recommend it. Stop motion animation has never looked more breathtaking. I was watching it thinking like, this must be CGI. This must be done on a computer. And then at the end of the movie, they show you during the credits all the painstaking work that went into producing this feature. I don't think it did very well at the box office, but it deserved to, because it's just a labor of love. And this figure here, that's Kubo. Looks really great. So well done, Super 7, taking out an underappreciated property and making a good-looking action figure for it.
Round one, fight.
Up for pre-order now on Big Bad Toy Store is the Player 2 version of M. Bison. And I got to say, this really hits the 1994 nostalgia for me. I know I was a little bit late to the party for Street Fighter, but for whatever reason, this alternate color scheme, oh, that takes me back. I'm not going to get him though. I promised myself I'm just going to get the OG Street Fighters plus blue costume Guile, because come on, Guile looks better in the blue. But this Bison, yeah, super lovely. So just the same as the regular one, but with the Player 2 color. Just like they've done with Chun-Li, just like they've done with Ryu, maybe some other ones as well. You know they're going to do Player 2 for all of them, because why not? It's a license to print money. More power to you. If you like the look of this, you can pick it up from Big Bad Toy Store.
Dad, did you ever worry that your power wasn't enough? Every single day.
SH Figure Arts doing something that I need to read the information off the screen for, because I don't know what this is. So this is Bandai Spirits Collector's Toy Department. Mecha Gigatron from Ultraman Rising, which is the Netflix Ultraman. Scheduled for release of March of next year, and pre-orders are open today, September 27th. So there you go. If you want a pretty cool looking anime robot dragon, then yeah, this pretty much is that. Mattel have shown off some really fun Masters of the Universe pictures here. First of all, we've got Mantenna, who is... say what you see. There he is. I don't have any other information, just pretty pictures. And of all the monsters from MOTU, this guy's one of the more bonkers looking ones, and honestly, I've got a lot of time for that. And then also, we've got Ram Man, and that's another one. It just says promotional pictures of the incoming MOTU Origins cartoon collection Ram Man. So yeah, I guess these are specifically from the cartoon collection. I know that there are different versions and variants of the MOTU figures, but yeah, both of these look kind of fun. And while we're doing MOTU, let's stick with it for a little bit. We've also got the MOTU TMNT mashup. It's nice being able to shorten your Masters of the Universe to MOTU. TMNT, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. MOTU and TMNT. So we've got, do we have the names of these guys? It doesn't say the names on my write-up here, so you guys might be able to help me out, because I've just got the basic pictures. But yeah, it's a fun mashup. What do I always say? I love things that remind me of things. And this is a MOTU that reminds me of TMNT, or a TMNT that reminds me of MOTU. Now, I don't know what I'm looking at, but I do know what I like. And what I like is a badass looking robot cyber ninja thingamabob. And this is one that does the job. It's from Hemoxian Studios. Easy for me to say. It's a model kit, but it looks like one of those easily snapped together type model kits. This is the 1/10 scale Lone Shadow. What's this dude from? I don't recognize him, but I kind of want to, because he looks pretty wicked. Going to be available around about the 4th quarter of this year, so should be dropping quite soon. A new challenger has arrived. Matey Toys. That's what this company is called. Don't know nothing about them except these pictures that they have just released of this tiger barbarian dude. Oh my god, I'm in love. I love this. This is full-on Xesray Studios, Furay Planet, anthropomorphic battle animals. That is the style of the time in 2024, and probably going into 2025 by the looks of things. I love looking at this guy. He looks a little more, slightly more animated. Not so much so that it's cartoony, but it looks like there's just a bit more of a, almost a Disney kind of vibe to him, and I really love it. It's 1/12 scale. So he's gonna go with your Furays and your Xesrays and your Furies. Oh my goodness, there are so many anthropomorphic badass figures that I want. It's a deadly time. But this guy, just looking at these two pictures alone, I really like what I'm looking at here. And as if that wasn't enough. Oh, Xesray Studios. Say his name and he appears. They've just shown off all these pictures of their upcoming gladiator, saber-tooth, lion cat guy. I don't know what he's called, but I don't want to get his name wrong though, because I'd really hate to upset him. This thing, it looks like he reuses a bit of materials from their Rhinotaur figure, and rightly so, because that dude was amazing. And this looks equally incredible. I just love what I'm looking at. Money and space, man. Luckily, I really don't have much of either, so that helps me avoid the urge to put in an instant pre-order. He's not up for pre-order yet, from what I've seen. Not available on 5K Toys yet, and they would be the distributors I would go to for this guy. But he's got to be ready pretty soon, I would have thought, looking at these pictures. And when he is, the urge to pick him up, it's going to be very difficult to fight.
Now, the girl, is she alive?
Illy girl, you are on some mighty thin ice. That's my Joel voice. Was it kind of a Midwestern type accent? I'm losing it already. I'm going to drop this now.
Are you ready to get hurt again? If you just got over the emotional trauma that was The Last of Us, well, it's time to dive back in. This time, in action figure form. Now we're getting the PlayStation 2-pack of Joel and Ellie from, it says The Last of Us. Yeah, it's The Last of Us. I wasn't sure if it was Last of Us 2, but no, that looks like OG Last of Us there. Man, you're talking about emotional trauma. Whew. Last of Us 1 was bad enough. Part 2, that takes you through the ringer. It really does. These action figures, though, they look nice. There's a couple of interesting choices there. I'm looking at the torso cut on Joel. It's tricky because he has his shirt untucked, and I guess they want to have the articulation somewhere, so they've given him that cut in the middle. I think it can work. It just looks a little bit obvious in a static pose. But as a 2-pack, they look kind of nice. $64.99 for the pair. So, expensive, but not crazy. And for any Last of Us fans, myself included, this is a nice looking set. This is the same company that's done Aloy and their God of War. So I think that they are 1/12 scale, but they do scale slightly smaller. They're on the small end of the 1/12 scale. But yeah, with all the accessories as well, the backpacks, the guns, all that kind of stuff, it's a pretty loaded package.
Tomy will release the collaboration product Rathalos Prime. Rathalos Prime transforms from
Two
a Rathalos
Japanese
into a
mega
robot.
franchises are mashing up together. We're getting Monster Hunter and Transformers. The first example of this little collaboration, we're going to get Leolaus, I guess that's how you pronounce his name. Leolaus Prime. He's up for pre-order right now, 6,000 Japanese yen. How can I be confused by that? That's my currency. He's up for pre-order at Hobby Link Japan. 6,000 yen, so that's about $40 give or take. And yeah, he's a giant dragon monster that turns into a not the best looking version of Optimus Prime, but hey, when you do these weird mashups, sometimes it comes out a bit funny looking. In movie news, the Thunderbolts have just had their big trailer revealed. Apparently the longest trailer that Marvel Studios have ever put out. And I'm not really that fussed. I'm not saying it looks bad, but just at a glance, at a glimpse, it just feels like more Disney Plus sludge. It doesn't look like anything that's like, oh, I gotta see this. I think what really put me off was the really forced attempts at comedy to start the trailer. It's like, oh, look at Red Guardian. He's fat and old. Oh gosh, is this the level we're going to be at? But maybe I'm not going to let that, set all of my judgments. I'm still going to go in wanting it to be good. But again, there was another funny meme of someone just posting, oh, hey, they've made a movie with all the unsold Marvel legends. Because, yeah, but if it's well written, then that's all it needs to be. And we're getting the Sentry as well. And I'm super hyped for that because Sentry is one of my favorite modern characters. So I think it can still deliver. I'm just not that won over by the trailer. But that's just a trailer. The movie could be very different. So I'm going to be there on opening day regardless. And honestly, I'm looking forward to it. So come on, Thunderbolts. Win me over. You can surprise me. DC Comics and Sonic the Hedgehog. What a fun, ridiculous, random mashup this is going to be. So for Batman's 85th anniversary, Sonic Studios put out a fun little animation of Shadow the Hedgehog taking the role of Batman. But that was actually a precursor to an upcoming comic book series that's going to be coming out next year, in which the members of the Justice League are taken over by Sonic characters. So I can't remember all of them off the top of my head. Shadow the Hedgehog is going to be Batman. Sonic is going to be the Flash. We're going to have Amy. Tails is going to be Cyborg. I remember that as well. There's a character called Silver as well. Not that familiar with that. But yeah, basically, we're getting a Justice League with the Sonic characters in comic book form. And honestly, that sounds like a lot of fun. Over in Creator Corner, shout out to CA3D Studios, who are these 3D model makers that just have an incredible portfolio. I love to flick through on Instagram of all these different characters, some original ones, and lots of comic books and well-known franchises. And it's just amazing what people can make with 3D modeling these days. And some of them do get converted into actual printed models that people paint. It just looks amazing. I saw the Savage Land Rogue and I was like, holy potatoes, is this a statue? And then actually, no, it's a 3D model. And I'm looking at the page here like, my goodness, these folks are prolific. And some of the ones that they've made, just absolutely incredible. If they were real 3D models, they'd probably sell like hotcakes, but then again, they'd probably be incredibly expensive as well. But this is just one of those little 3D artistry rabbit holes that I could get lost down for ages. And honestly, maybe you would too. Today's cosplay cover artist is Aminova Ina. She's more of a fitness influencer, but she did this pretty amazing looking katana cosplay. That's what caught my eye and made me think, you know what? You're gonna go on the thumbnail. And in credit to her, the rest of her Instagram is pretty amazing. The lady, she knows a lot about working out and eating right. And maybe I could use some of that advice as well. So purely with that in mind, I'm gonna take a closer look at her Instagram pictures. You know, for research. Time now for channel member shoutouts, where you can be a part of the show by getting yourself a channel membership, commenting underneath any of the videos, and I'll read out what you got to say, such as Bladestar, who very helpfully informs me that Mai Shiranyu is how you pronounce the name of this lady from King of Fighters. Thank you for finally correcting me after goodness only knows how long. Matt with 2 T's, that Joe Fixit statue looks like Grimace on Ozempic and steroids. That's a heck of a combination. Romeo Alpha saying it's been crazy with Legends as of late. A lot of pre-orders coming in. Phoenix, Kang, Odin, Crystal, and her puppy Lockjaw. Punisher, it's insane. I have to say that 2024 has been one of the greatest years of Marvel Legends. Honestly, dude, it's hard to argue with that. The top 10 Marvel Legends list for this year, there's going to be some bangers on there. And folks, that does it for Good News for today. What did you think about the items covered? Comment below. Let me know. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then you know what you gotta do. You gotta join the 6-1 Clicks by clicking the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And if you want to go one step beyond in supporting the channel, then you can do by getting yourself a YouTube channel membership. By doing that, then you can join in with all the live streams when I do those. You can get your thoughts read out on here. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of videos you can watch as well in the members section. I knew that was something else I was throwing in there. So gang, thank you so much for all of your support. And until next time, keep displaying model behavior.
Cup of coffee. Big time.